Do you struggle with self-doubt? Are you finding yourself constantly doubting yourself whether you can do something or not? Perhaps you know that you've heard from God and He's told you to do something, and you find yourself questioning that very thing that He's told you to do and questioning whether or not you really heard from God. This is a classic example of double-mindedness. Double-mindedness comes in to prevent us, to cause procrastination, and to stop us from progressing and moving forward in something that God has told us to do. Because when we don't believe in ourselves and we don't completely believe that we are hearing from God, it's very difficult to move forward in anything of God and to achieve certain goals and certain dreams. One of the tactics from the enemy is to get us to be in double-mindedness so as to keep us from progressing and growing spiritually. Because it is only when we make a firm decision to do something, no matter what our feelings are telling us, no matter what negativity or naysayers come against us, if we are able to make a decision with one mind that we're going to do something, then there is a guaranteed outcome that we're going to have the victory in whatever it is that we set out to do. So double-mindedness works to affect our decision making, our faith and belief in ourselves to do something. I myself have struggled with this one, and I know for a fact that when I am about to do something, or if I've set my heart to do something, sometimes the enemy will come in and try to cause double-mindedness in me to get me off track, to get me not to follow through with that thing that I've chosen to set out to do. Usually it'll start with a sort of a mental block. You'll feel fear coming to your mind. You'll suddenly feel as though you just can't do this thing that you've set your mind to do. You might encounter lots of distractions coming your way and doubt coming in. All this just to get you to not follow through on something that God has told you to do. So how can we tackle doubt when it comes our way? How can we tackle this situation when we really want to do something, when we're trying to do what God has told us to do, when we want to follow through on something that may feel scary? Number one, we just got to go with what God has told us to do and realize that that is going to be questioned. There is going to be fear that comes against us. There is going to be distractions of all sorts to get us to doubt and to question ourselves whether we have really heard from God. It's usually in those situations that you know that you have definitely heard from God. So don't let yourself talk yourself out of something that God has told you to do. It is always fear that comes in to cause this questioning and to cause us to lose focus on following through. Number two, if you have found yourself to be someone who has struggled with self-doubt all of your life because you haven't really encountered any positive voices to uplift you and to encourage you that you can actually do something or believe in yourself, why not start to encourage yourself and believe in yourself? You can set out small goals every day and make sure that you do these goals and follow through with them. When you start to see yourself actually achieving one small goal and getting it done, this will give you the confidence to be able to trust and believe in yourself, to be able to do harder things, bigger challenges. The trick is to prove to yourself that you are going to follow through, no matter what comes against you. Number three, realize and expect that doubt is going to come. Fear is going to come in. all the time. So why not have a strategy to come against this fear and this attack that comes against our minds whenever we're about to set out to do something? It's better to feel the fear and go through it anyway, rather than going with procrastination and avoiding until it doesn't get done, and then you end up feeling worse and bad about yourself for not following through with something. It's only by showing ourselves that we are going to follow through with a decision in small things and eventually work our way up to following through with achieving harder things that I believe is a strategy against dealing with doubt.